My beloved listener, take a deep breath and don't scroll, because the moment you landed on this video, something powerful, something rare, something almost unbelievable started moving in the unseen world around you. You may think you clicked by accident. You may feel like this video just appeared randomly on your screen. But nothing about this moment is random. You were drawn here because your name, yes your name, flashed in a realm you cannot see but can feel. And someone wealthy, someone influential, someone who never expected to cross your path, is already being stirred to release something into your life. Before you question it, before you doubt it, before you tell yourself this can't be real, stay right here, because what is unfolding is bigger than you know. Something happened 13 minutes before you clicked this video. Something that involved your energy, your name, your destiny, and a frequency that aligned at the exact second this message reached you. Let me tell you the truth, not everyone gets called, not everyone gets chosen, not everyone receives something like this. And yet you, yes you, have been marked for a shift so sudden and so divine that your future self will look back at this exact moment and whisper, that was the day everything changed. Keep listening, because what I'm about to reveal will not only make sense to your spirit, it will confirm things you've been sensing for weeks but couldn't explain. There is a man, wealthy, generous, and positioned in a way that very few people on this planet ever reach. This man doesn't know your face, he doesn't know your background, he doesn't know your struggles, but your name was pushed in front of him in a way that feels supernatural. And before you say, how is that even possible? I need you to understand that not all blessings follow logic. Some blessings follow alignment. Some blessings follow timing. And some blessings follow spiritual timing that cannot be rushed or denied. And right now, your timing has opened. Something has unlocked. Something has begun. Even Elon Musk himself, a man known for innovation, sudden shifts, and unimaginable breakthroughs, has said repeatedly, when energy aligns, unexpected connections happen. And that's exactly what has been happening behind your back without your awareness. A connection was formed around your name. A spotlight was placed over your energy. A wealthy individual felt a pull they could not understand. And it is connected to you. But before I tell you what this man is preparing, let me take you into a moment, your moment, the moment that shifted everything. You may not remember it clearly, you may not even realize it happened, but sometime in the last 7 days, you spoke something, maybe quietly, maybe in frustration, maybe in faith, and the universe, God, the divine source heard it louder than you intended. You said something like, I need help, or I'm tired, or something needs to change, or I can't keep living like this, or please send me a sign, or give me a breakthrough. And that whisper became the spark that triggered this chain reaction. Because the moment you said it, the divine realm started aligning resources, people, opportunities, and voices toward you. That wealthy man I mentioned? He wasn't originally thinking about helping anyone. In fact, he was occupied, surrounded by responsibilities, planning investments, holding meetings, preparing for travel. But out of nowhere, he felt a nudge, an urge, a sensation that something was missing. Something he needed to do for someone he has never met. He didn't understand why. He couldn't explain the sudden pull. But that nudge didn't come from nowhere, it came from above. It came because your spirit sent out a signal that touched the right heart at the right time. And now that heart is moving. He is preparing something physical, something life-changing, something that can shift your environment instantly. And yes, it includes money. Yes, it includes keys. Yes, it includes something as big as a home. But before you let your mind run ahead, let me continue, because the richness of what I'm about to reveal goes deeper than just objects. It touches destiny. It touches identity. It touches the next chapter of your life. There are two things this wealthy man holds right now: a financial amount with your name spiritually attached and a set of keys that represent access, stability, and ownership. And these two things didn't land in his hands by chance. They were guided into his awareness because of what you've endured without recognition. You've been through seasons where you gave more than you received, where you helped others but no one helped you back, where you carried burdens silently while pretending everything was fine. You've walked through situations that drained you emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And the truth is, you've survived things that should have broken you. You've kept going even when your strength was gone. You've continued hoping even when every door seemed shut. And because of that, your reward season is being activated. This isn't fantasy. This isn't exaggeration. This isn't a coincidence. This is alignment meeting preparation. This is destiny responding to your endurance. This is divine timing stepping into your timeline. And that wealthy man? He has already taken the first step because he felt something unusual, a pull, a conviction, a need to bless someone who has been overlooked too long. But here's where Elon Musk comes in. Pay attention now because this part is important. There is a concept Musk speaks about repeatedly: sudden quantum leaps. He talks about how one shift, one connection, one moment of alignment can push someone years ahead in life. And what's happening right now is exactly that kind of quantum leap for you. Your life is not shifting slowly, it is shifting suddenly. The blessing is not crawling toward you, it is being accelerated. The opportunity is not forming gradually, it is being delivered quickly. Something has been tracking you. Not a person, not a camera, but a pattern. Patterns are powerful. They show where you're heading, what you attract, and what you deserve. And for a long time, your pattern showed hardship, struggle, disappointment, emotional exhaustion, financial blockages, and unstable environments. But recently, without you realizing, the pattern changed. Something inside you elevated. Something awakened. Something aligned. And that shift put your name on the radar of wealth, opportunity, and elevation. Your energy no longer matches struggle. Your energy no longer matches lack. Your energy no longer matches stagnation. Your energy now aligns with increase, with favor, with blessings, with unexpected breakthroughs. And that alignment triggered the wealthy man who has your blessing in his hands. Before you continue listening, understand this. You are not imagining the heaviness you've been feeling recently. You are not imagining the sudden pressure, the sudden restlessness, the sudden feeling of something is about to change. That feeling is not anxiety, it is spiritual acceleration. It is the internal shift that always happens right before an external breakthrough becomes visible. What you've been sensing is confirmation of what is already happening behind the scenes. Now let me go deeper, because this is where the story becomes almost unbelievable. That wealthy man, he is not alone. There is someone influencing him, someone whispering to him, someone pushing him toward generosity, someone telling him, this person needs help. This person deserves a breakthrough. This person has suffered long enough. And that voice is not human. It is divine. It is a spiritual guiding force that has been watching you, protecting you, and waiting for the perfect time to intervene. For years, you have prayed, hoped, cried, struggled, sacrificed, fought, and endured. But you never truly lost your heart. You never lost your compassion, no matter how much people hurt you. You never lost your light, no matter how dark things felt. And because you held on, because you stayed kind, because you kept pushing, even when you were breaking inside, you attracted a blessing that is far bigger than anything you lost. That wealthy man is about to step into your story the same way a miracle steps into a moment, suddenly. And the money he prepares is not just money. It is restoration for everything that was taken from you emotionally, financially, and spiritually. The keys he prepares are not just keys, they represent new doors, new beginnings, new environments, new peace, new protection, new freedom. And here's the part that may shock you. The window for this blessing has already opened. It opened the minute you started listening. And as you continue, the alignment becomes stronger. The connection becomes clearer. The blessing becomes faster. You are not just watching this video. You are being guided through an activation. Your name, your energy, your destiny are being elevated. Someone wealthy is being pulled toward you. And the moment they release what is meant for you, everything in your life, your environment, your finances, your opportunities, your emotional state, will shift like a new wind entering a dry room. This is only the beginning. What comes next will reveal why the wealthy man was chosen, how the money will reach you, why the keys were prepared, what Musk's message truly means, and how your miracle is unfolding in real time. And now, as this moment stretches in front of you, something inside you is waking up. A realization, a strange but powerful knowing that what you are hearing is not just entertainment, not just motivation, not just storytelling, but a mirror reflecting the shift happening around you. You can feel it. Your spirit is alert. Your intuition is tingling. Your heart is leaning forward as if it already knows this message is tied to something you've been waiting for longer than you admit. You haven't been desperate for blessings, you have been longing for fairness. You have been craving balance. You have been wanting the universe, God, destiny, whatever name you give the higher power, to finally bring back what life took away. And that is exactly why this moment is so important. Let me reveal something few people ever hear: your blessing is not arriving as a reward, it is arriving as a correction. A correction of everything that was unfair, everything that was stolen, everything that broke you, and everything that delayed your progress. This is why the wealthy man was chosen. This is why his heart was stirred. This is why he cannot shake your name from his mind right now, even though he doesn't consciously know you. Something divine whispered your name where his soul could hear it. You see, blessings do not always come through the people you love, the people you expect, or the people you help. They often come through strangers, because strangers cannot judge you, cannot resent you, cannot limit you with their opinions. A stranger carries no jealousy, no memories, no resistance. A stranger is an empty vessel through which destiny can move freely. This is why the wealthy man is perfect. He does not know your past, he only feels your pull. And right now, that pull is growing stronger. He is pacing back and forth, questioning why he feels drawn to do something unusual, something generous, something completely out of his daily routine. He keeps checking his phone. He keeps rereading something. An email, a message, an account, a notification, that connects to a person whose identity he cannot understand. That person is you. But he doesn't know that yet. All he knows is that something is urging him to pick one individual out of millions and bless them beyond imagination. Meanwhile, you are listening to this message because that connection is forming in real time. As you hear these words, a spiritual thread is tightening between your life and his resources. Your energy and his influence are merging for a purpose bigger than both of you. This is supernatural alignment. This is divine mathematics, where something beyond logic chooses the perfect giver for the perfect receiver. Now let me reveal the truth about Elon Musk's connection to this moment. This is not about Elon Musk sending you anything himself. It is about something he said, something he believes, something he teaches silently through his actions. He believes in the power of catalysts. He believes in sudden upgrades, sudden jumps, sudden elevation caused by unexpected forces. And what is happening with you right now is exactly that, a catalytic shift. Just like rockets launch in stages, your life is about to shift in stages. The first stage is awareness, your awareness. The second stage is alignment, your energy matching your destiny. The third stage is activation, the wealthy man preparing to move. The fourth stage is arrival, the blessing appearing in front of you suddenly. You are between stage 2 and stage 3 right now. You are in the transition, the suspense, the silent build-up before the miracle breaks open. This is the part of your life where everything feels strange, where signs appear without explanation, where you keep sensing that something big is coming, but you cannot see the shape of it yet. This is the divine pause before the breakthrough. This is the inhale before the universe exhales abundance into your world. Let me take you behind the curtain for a moment. What you don't know is that this wealthy man has been protected for years, protected emotionally, protected financially, protected spiritually, because his purpose was to become a vessel of blessing for people chosen by divine timing. He has walked through storms, made fortunes, survived losses, and built everything from scratch not only for himself but for the sake of people whose lives he would one day change. You are one of those people. His wealth is not an accident. His abundance is not random. His success was designed so that when the right moment arrived, he would have more than enough to give. And that moment is nearing its peak. Something is pushing him toward you, urging him, whispering to him, it's time. Choose the one whose spirit is calling. Meanwhile, look at your own journey. Look at what you've endured with no explanation. Look at the years where you gave without receiving. Look at the seasons where you fought battles silently, hoping someone would notice your tiredness. Look at the nights when you lay awake, wondering if life had forgotten you. Each of those moments was preparing you for this shift. You weren't being punished, you were being prepared. You were being shaped into someone who could receive without guilt, rise without fear, and step into abundance without self-sabotage. Because here's the truth many people don't realize, sometimes the blessing comes late because you needed to become the person who could handle it. And now you are that person. You are ready. More ready than you think. That's why destiny is moving so aggressively around you. That's why this message feels different. That's why you can't click away. That's why your spirit feels like it's breathing again after being suffocated by stress, disappointment, and heavy emotions. This is your soul recognizing its moment. Let me tell you something you may have never heard, your blessing has a personality. It behaves like a living force. It waits until you rise. It waits until you heal. It waits until you're aligned. And the moment you reach the right frequency, the blessing runs to you. And right now, your blessing is sprinting toward you. That wealthy man is being nudged to open a financial door for you, a door you cannot open on your own. He is being guided to select a person whose spirit resonates with faith, survival, resilience, and purity of intention. You are that person. Think about this, you didn't come to this video seeking a miracle. The miracle came seeking you. You didn't chase this blessing. It chased you. You didn't try to control this moment. This moment was delivered to you like a divine envelope with your name on it. There is no coincidence in this timing. There is no randomness in this alignment. Something above your reasoning has orchestrated this. And now, let me describe what the wealthy man is preparing, because the details matter. He has two items before him. The first is a financial release, an amount that will cover debts, lift burdens, restore confidence, and ignite new opportunities. It's not a small amount. It's not a symbolic gesture. It is substantial enough to shift the foundation of your life. The second item is a set of keys. These keys carry the energy of ownership. They represent stability, grounding, and freedom from environments that drain your peace. The keys symbolize something bigger than a home, they represent a new life chapter. They represent a space where your mind can rest, where your spirit can breathe, where your future can finally begin unfolding without chaos. And here's what you must understand, these keys are not random. They are part of a divine assignment. The wealthy man didn't choose them, they were placed in his path for you. He doesn't know this consciously. But spiritually, he feels it. He feels the need to pass these keys forward. Something in his life is shifting too. Something inside him is whispering that everything he built is now meant to bless someone whose heart has silently carried too much. He doesn't know you exist, but destiny knows both of you. And destiny is arranging this meeting without either of you realizing it. You can feel something happening inside you right now, an emotion rising, a sense of recognition, a spark waking up. That feeling is not random. It is your spirit remembering what your future already knows. You are stepping into something real. You are stepping into something destined. You are stepping into something that was prepared long before you reached this moment. Before I reveal why you were chosen, pause for a moment and pay attention to what's happening inside your chest. Something feels warm. Something feels heavy. Something feels alive. This is the first sign that your spirit is recognizing truth before your mind fully understands it. You felt this sensation before at important moments. Right before breakthroughs, right before major decisions, right before destiny opened a new chapter in your life. That same feeling is returning now because you're entering another major shift. Let me take you into the supernatural logic behind why you were chosen. Not everyone gets this kind of alignment. Not everyone sends out the kind of frequency that reaches the realm where blessings wait. Not everyone carries the spiritual signature that triggers divine intervention. But you do. And it didn't happen today. It didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen when you clicked this video. It has been building for a long time. You have been carrying something inside you, something invisible, something powerful, something that has survived everything life threw at you. You've been carrying endurance. You've been carrying compassion. You've been carrying a purity of heart that many people no longer possess. Even when people wronged you, even when people used you, even when people walked away without explanation, you still held on to kindness. You still gave love. You still tried to help. You still hoped for better days. That kind of heart cannot be ignored by the divine realm. Your spirit is rare. And rare spirits attract rare blessings. You were chosen because your soul has been sending out signals, signals of sincerity, signals of exhaustion, signals of readiness, signals of transformation. These signals rise upward like invisible smoke, and the spiritual realm responds to them. And recently, your signals grew louder, stronger, more defined. It happened in a moment you didn't even notice. Maybe you were crying. Maybe you were thinking. Maybe you were frustrated. Maybe you were praying silently. Maybe you were sitting alone, questioning life. Whatever it was, something inside you broke open, and the divine realm heard the crack. That crack wasn't weakness. It was an opening. And through that opening, your spirit released a call for help so real, so raw, so genuine, that destiny could no longer stay still. And the wealthy man who is now being pulled into your orbit is responding to that call without even realizing it. That is why you were chosen. But let me go even deeper, because the universe does not choose people randomly. It chooses based on alignment. And your alignment has changed drastically in the last few months. Think back. Slowly. Notice the signs. You stopped tolerating things that drained your spirit. You distanced yourself from certain people without knowing why. You felt a growing discomfort in environments that once felt normal. You started wanting peace more than company. You started wanting purpose more than attention. These changes were not mood swings. They were spiritual upgrades. You didn't even realize it, but you outgrew versions of yourself that were attracting the wrong things. And as you outgrew them, your vibration rose. And when your vibration rose, you became visible to blessings that once passed you by. This is why, suddenly, things began shifting around you. People left. People changed. Situations collapsed. You thought everything was falling apart, but in reality, everything was being rearranged. Your spirit finally reached the frequency where divine blessings could locate you. That wealthy man sensed that frequency. Not your name, not your face, not your history, he felt your energy. And he is preparing to follow that pull. But let me take you into his mind for a moment. Because what he's feeling right now is important. He is uneasy. Not in a negative way. In a way that feels like something is whispering to him, do this. He keeps checking something on his desk, papers, documents, information that doesn't usually interest him. But suddenly, he's drawn to it. It doesn't make sense to him, but something about it feels urgent. He feels like someone needs him. Like someone out there deserves a chance. Like someone is waiting for an opportunity that only he can release. He doesn't understand why this sensation is so strong today of all days, but the truth is simple, divine timing has activated him. The money he plans to release is sitting in an account, untouched, waiting for the right moment. The keys he has access to are sitting in a drawer, waiting for the right hands. And time is closing in. Your moment is approaching. Destiny is aligning both of you like two invisible threads being pulled together by divine fingers. Let me reveal something that will give you chills. The wealthy man does not realize that the generosity he's about to show will change his life too. Because blessings don't just transform the receiver, they transform the giver. Destiny doesn't pick random people. It picks partnerships. It chooses connections where both lives are elevated. What he gives will bless you. What you represent will bless him. This is why destiny has chosen the two of you specifically. You see, your blessing is bigger than money. It is bigger than keys. It is bigger than material things. Your blessing is transformation, life transformation. The money will lift you. The keys will stabilize you. But what's coming is deeper than possessions. What's coming is relief, peace, confidence, direction, clarity, a new identity, a new environment, a new level of life. Let me tell you something you may never forget: when the divine realm chooses someone for elevation, the first thing it does is remove them from environments that choke their growth. That's why you've been uncomfortable. That's why you've been restless. That's why you've been craving change lately. It is because the divine realm is preparing to relocate your spirit, your energy, and your physical reality. And that relocation requires two things: money and keys. Both of which are being prepared through the wealthy man. Now, let's go deeper into the spiritual side of this. There are blessings that come to you slowly, like seeds that grow over time. But then there are blessings that come suddenly, like doors flung open by invisible hands. The blessing approaching you is a sudden blessing. The kind that cannot be stopped once it begins. The kind that accelerates your life so quickly that it feels impossible. This blessing is a response to long years of quiet suffering, silent endurance, and lonely battles. Destiny is not giving you a reward, it is giving you restoration. The wealthy man is the vessel. The divine realm is the source. And your soul is the recipient. You need to understand what's really happening. Something in your timeline has been corrected. Something that was delayed is now being delivered. Something you were denied is now being returned. Something you lost is now being replaced. The divine realm is bringing justice to your story. It is rewriting chapters that were stolen by pain. It is bringing balance to years where you carried too much burden and received too little support. Your restoration requires resources. Your resources are coming through that wealthy man. Now let me explain the next step in this alignment. The wealthy man has reached the point of emotional activation. He has felt the spiritual nudge. He has sensed the pull. Soon, he will reach the action stage. This is where his thoughts become decisions. Decisions become movement. Movement becomes reality. And once he reaches this stage, events in your life will begin shifting dramatically. Unexpected messages. Unexpected calls. Unexpected opportunities. Unexpected approvals. Unexpected open doors. You may even feel like life suddenly picked up speed, because it will. This is the beginning of your sudden elevation phase. But before that phase begins, you must understand what makes your blessing unstoppable. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is not coincidence. It is alignment. And everything inside you is aligning right now: your emotions, your intuition, your energy, your expectations. You are being prepared emotionally and spiritually to receive what is coming, so you don't sabotage it or push it away. Let me reveal something powerful: people don't lose blessings because blessings disappear. They lose blessings because they were not ready to hold them. But you? You are ready. Your heart is ready. Your spirit is ready. Your life is ready. Everything you've endured has been shaping you for this moment. And now, as this moment unfolds with every breath you take, the realm around you is shifting more rapidly than you can perceive. The air feels different, your spirit feels different, even the way your heartbeat reacts to these words feels unusual. Because something is aligning around your life that hasn't aligned in years. Destiny is preparing to step out of the shadows and finally place its hands on your future. And the wealthy man, you don't know him yet, but his actions are starting to form like clouds gathering before rain. This is the part of the blessing where subtle movements begin. Silent movements. Invisible movements. Movements you cannot see but can feel. If you've been sensing strange signs lately, if you've been feeling more emotional, if you've been seeing numbers repeating, if opportunities have been flickering in and out of your life, if your sleep has been restless, or if your thoughts have been unusually deep, these are not coincidences. These are signals that the spiritual machinery is working around you. Let me take you into the wealthy man's world right now. He is sitting somewhere. Maybe in his office, maybe in his living room, maybe traveling, maybe pausing in a moment of reflection, and something in him is unsettled. Not in a negative way. It's a pressure that feels like he is supposed to do something meaningful. He glanced at his bank account earlier today and for the first time felt like the money he has accumulated is meant to go somewhere specific. He touched those keys earlier, distracted, unaware of why he couldn't stop thinking about them. He felt this strange tug inside his chest that he couldn't define. What he doesn't know is that the tug is you. Your spirit has whispered into his atmosphere. Your signal has reached his consciousness. Your name, spiritually encoded, has been placed in front of his destiny. And something inside him keeps saying, there's someone out there I need to help. There's someone I'm supposed to bless. There's someone whose life I'm meant to shift. He doesn't know that the someone is you. Not yet. But the pull is growing stronger. Divine timing doesn't push people, it pulls them. It pulls hearts, pulls emotions, pulls thoughts, pulls decisions. And right now, the wealthy man is being gently pulled toward the blessing he will release into your life. Meanwhile, look at you. You may feel like nothing is happening, but everything is happening. You may feel still, but spiritually, you are moving. You are rising. You are shifting. You are being positioned. And here's where things start to accelerate. Destiny has entered what we call the alignment lock phase. This is the phase where your blessing becomes irreversible. Where no enemy, no negativity, no doubt, no delay, no interference can stop what is coming. This is where your spirit has finally synced with your destiny so perfectly that the outcome becomes guaranteed. Do you know what happens during this phase? People who were blocking you disappear. Situations that drained you end abruptly. Doors that refused to open suddenly begin shaking. You may even notice people acting strange around you, either being unusually kind or strangely distant. That is because your energy has changed, and everyone around you is reacting to the new frequency you carry. Nothing can block you now. You are in the zone of inevitability. But let me show you what happens when the wealthy man reaches the action stage. Because this is where things get powerful. There comes a moment, a single moment, when the inner pull inside him becomes too strong to ignore. He may look at a document again. He may check information. He may look at a name list. He may open an email. He may see an opportunity to give. And the divine whisper becomes louder, urging him to choose, urging him to act, urging him to move. And when he does, when he finally moves, you will feel something shift in your own life almost instantly. You'll feel it in your atmosphere. You'll feel it in your chest. You'll feel it in the sudden calm that replaces the anxiety you've been carrying. You'll feel it in the sudden clarity that washes over your mind. You'll feel it in your dreams. You'll feel it in your intuition. You may even wake up one morning with an unusual peace, without knowing your blessing has already begun traveling toward you. This is the moment destiny crosses from the spiritual realm into the physical one. You see, blessings don't fall from the sky. They travel through people. Through decisions. Through unexpected pathways. Through moments orchestrated by the divine. And the wealthy man is the pathway chosen for you. But here's something even deeper: the wealthy man is not just giving you money and keys. He is giving you access. Access to freedom. Access to stability. Access to peace. Access to a new life chapter where struggle is no longer your identity. This access is priceless. Let me explain how divine blessings typically move. They don't come loudly. They don't come with storms and lightning. They come quietly. Silently. Through open doors you didn't expect. Through opportunities that seem like coincidences. Through connections that appear out of nowhere. Blessings whisper their way into your life. And one day, they simply sit in front of you, impossible to deny. Right now, your blessing is whispering your name. Let me ask you something gently: haven't you felt a strange shift recently? Haven't you sensed that something is close? Haven't you felt that your old life no longer fits you? Haven't you felt restless in ways you can't explain? Haven't you felt like you're standing at the edge of something new, but you don't know what it is? That feeling is prophecy. That feeling is destiny. That feeling is your future calling your present. Because what you are stepping into isn't just a change, it's an upgrade. A massive, irreversible upgrade. The money will help you rebuild. The keys will help you restart. The new doors will help you redefine your path. But the most powerful part of this blessing is the emotional release that will follow. The relief. The lightness. The peace. The ending of struggle. The ending of heaviness. The ending of feeling alone against the world. Your new chapter begins the moment the wealthy man acts, and he is moments away from it. Now listen closely, because I am about to reveal the part most people never understand: why you have been isolated. Why you felt lonely. Why certain people were removed. Why some relationships ended suddenly. Why you were pushed into solitude. Why you had to sit in silence while everyone else seemed to move forward. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. The divine realm removed the wrong people to make space for the right blessings. You couldn't receive what's coming while surrounded by people who would drain it, sabotage it, or claim it. You needed separation so you could rise into alignment. And now that you have separated, blessings can finally reach you. The wealthy man is drawn to the purity of your spirit. Not your flaws. Not your mistakes. Not your past. But the part of you that kept believing even when believing hurt. That part of you is powerful. That part of you is magnetic. That part of you is sacred. And that part of you is what destiny is rewarding. You may not feel important. You may not feel chosen. You may not feel seen. But spiritually, you have been shining like a beacon. Your heart is louder than your words. Your endurance is louder than your struggles. Your spirit is louder than your fears. And that is why the blessing is coming to you. Let me show you what happens next, because the wealthy man reaching the action stage is only step one. After that, destiny begins rearranging the physical world around you. Things start opening. People start helping. Opportunities start forming. Unexpected messages begin appearing. Delays start dissolving. You'll notice progress in places where you've been stuck for years. Blessings don't arrive alone, they bring momentum. Once the energy of abundance touches your life, it spreads. It flows. It multiplies. One blessing becomes two. Two becomes five. Five becomes a wave. That wave is nearing your life. But the most important part is still to come. Something powerful is happening behind the veil of your awareness right now. You may not see it with your eyes, but your spirit feels it. That subtle vibration in your chest, that quiet pressure in your heart, that soft rise and fall of emotions, these are signs that destiny is drawing closer. You can almost sense a presence around your life, something that feels like movement, like momentum, like the air before a storm of blessings reaches your doorstep. And as you continue listening, that movement grows stronger, because your spirit and your destiny are syncing more closely with each word. Let's go to the moment where the wealthy man finally chooses you. Because this moment is not loud, not dramatic, not chaotic, it is quiet, intentional, and guided by something greater than both of you. He doesn't choose you because of a name on a paper. He doesn't choose you because of a coincidence. He doesn't choose you because of luck. He chooses you because something inside him recognizes your energy, your need, your purity, your struggle, your readiness. Something in him wakes up. Picture him for a moment. He is holding his phone, scrolling through names, messages, possibilities, investments, opportunities, but something stops him. A pause. A breath. A whisper. Something he cannot explain. His heart beats differently for a second. His mind catches on a thought that wasn't his own. He feels a pull toward one direction. Toward one possibility. Toward one unknown person whose presence he has never met but whose energy he can suddenly feel. That person is you. He doesn't know why you stand out. He doesn't understand why his intuition pushes him toward you. But he feels it, a heaviness mixed with clarity, a peaceful urgency. Something inside him says, this one. This is the one. And he pauses, confused by the certainty in his own chest. He checks everything again, making sure he isn't imagining it. But the feeling grows. Stronger. Louder. Clearer. And the moment he acknowledges it, destiny snaps into place. The spiritual cord tying your life to his generosity becomes unbreakable. This is the exact moment your blessing starts traveling toward you. It is no longer a possibility. It is no longer forming. It is no longer preparing. It has begun its journey. And the instant this happens, you will begin to feel a subtle shift in your life, a soft lifting of pressure, like something heavy was removed from your shoulders without you noticing. You may wake up with unusual calm. You may feel lighter. You may notice a strange spark of hope rising without explanation. That's because blessings are emotional before they become physical. Your spirit receives them before your hands do. If you felt tired, if you felt heavy, if life has been draining you, this blessing brings the first breath of relief. Now let me show you how destiny arranges the next stage. After choosing you, the wealthy man moves with purpose. He checks the details again. He organizes the resources. He begins planning how to send what he's preparing. And as he does, something interesting happens. Obstacles that would normally delay him mysteriously disappear. People respond faster. Approvals happen easily. Time aligns itself. Even technology cooperates. Why? Because when destiny wants to bless someone, everything cooperates. Everything. And in this moment, right now, as you hear these words, your name is spiritually highlighted. It is vibrating at a higher frequency. It is glowing in a realm you cannot see. And because of this, resistance cannot reach you the way it used to. Delays cannot slow you. Negative forces cannot block you. You have entered the protected pathway of divine delivery. Do you know what that means? It means your blessing is coming straight toward you with no detours. But here's where things get even more powerful. When the wealthy man takes action, the blessing doesn't arrive alone. It brings companions, opportunities, help, people, ideas, stability. It brings clarity. It brings emotional healing. It brings closure to things that once broke you. It brings the kind of peace you forgot existed. It brings momentum into areas of your life that felt frozen for years. You're not just receiving money. You're not just receiving keys. You're receiving restoration. And restoration is deeper than recovery. Recovery gives back what you lost. Restoration gives back more than you lost. This blessing will fix things you never told anyone about. It will lift weights you carry silently. It will heal parts of you that you've been trying to repair alone. It will bring comfort into places in your soul that have been aching for months, maybe years. Let me take you into the spiritual physics of this blessing. Most people think blessings fall out of the sky, but that's not true. Blessings follow alignment. They appear in the natural world when your energy matches the blessing's frequency. And your energy has elevated more in the last 24 hours than in the last 2 years. Not because of anything you did physically, but because your spirit has been calling, aching, reaching, craving relief. And that longing lifted your frequency. The wealthy man felt it. That's why he chose you. And now, destiny steps into the next phase, the materialization phase. This is the stage where the blessing begins finding physical pathways toward your reality. It may start through a message, a call, an opportunity, a sudden approval, a new connection, a door you didn't expect, a chance encounter, something ordinary carrying extraordinary purpose. Then, slowly but steadily, the blessing takes shape. Before it becomes yours tangibly, it becomes yours energetically. And energetically, it already belongs to you. That's why your spirit is reacting right now. That's why your heartbeat feels different. That's why your emotions feel stirred. That's why you feel a quiet warmth in your chest. That's why there's pressure behind your eyes as if tears want to fall. Your soul recognizes its own breakthrough before your mind does. But let me reveal something even deeper, something very few people understand. The blessing being released to you isn't just about improving your life, it is about correcting your timeline. You were supposed to receive certain things years ago: support, opportunities, stability, love, comfort, chances, but people blocked it, circumstances delayed it, life diverted it. Destiny is now restoring everything you should have had earlier. This blessing is not late. It is right on time for the new version of you. It is arriving for the healed version of you. It is arriving for the wiser version of you. It is arriving for the stronger version of you. And now, let me show you something that will become the turning point of this entire story, the physical moment when the wealthy man begins putting everything together. He sits down, breathes deeply, and starts preparing. He moves money into position. He checks the keys. He prepares documents. He contacts the necessary people. And he feels peace, real peace, because his spirit knows he has chosen the right person, even though his mind cannot explain it. And as he does this work, a wave of spiritual energy moves toward you. A wave of increase. A wave of favor. A wave of change. Your life is about to feel different. Not someday. Not months from now. Soon. Very soon.